Kollector the Hoardarian for this stream is what I am known as. Also, for little sort of side projects, if you can call them that, I call myself Kollector the Tastarian because I like to collect experiences too, different kind of taste experiences. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a hot sauce guy. I don't know what you is there a name for that, like a pepperhead or something like that. I like all the spicy taste of things. I also like the sensation. So I've not always had adventurous taste, but it's just something I kind of evolved into over time. I'm hoping my kids follow suit, especially my son. He's very constricted with what he eats, and probably about you can count on 10 or two hands, 10 fingers, what he eats. So I'm hoping that he diversifies, and it just opens up the world to you. It opens up experiences, and so one of the things I wanted to start with was this new spiced Coke. Now, what I understand about it is it's a misnomer. It has spice in the name, and and I was pretty disappointed. I was thinking, okay, spiced Coke, all right, bring it. Let's get spicy. And apparently, it doesn't taste spicy at all. Like there's no peppery sensation, no tingling, nothing like that you would get from, say, having hot sauce with something, which I think most people are fine with, but us pepperheads, I think we're a little disappointed, but I do love. I'm a sucker for limited edition things, collectible things, but also in terms of food and whatnot, just new experiences, like I mentioned. So here is the Coke spiced can. A lovely looking can. Kept it pretty basic. Added some pink overtones here. From what I understand, it is actually raspberry, and I didn't realize this, but Coke, the company, utilized the machines at fast food restaurants where you can select which kind of soda you want and which kind of flavors you want, and from that they noticed that people like to combine Coke with raspberry, so they're like, okay, this is a new permanent flavor. So along the lines of cherry Coke, vanilla Coke, cherry vanilla Coke, etc., etc. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to try this thing, see how it tastes, and then I'm going to move on to some boxes. Okay. Definitely can taste some raspberry there. Comes on strong at first, and then it just kind of settles down. As far as spice goes, it's it's certainly effervescent. It's got the bubbles, from the carbonation, but it's a complex kind of taste. Yes, there's raspberry, but I feel like there's other stuff going on, almost akin to Sprite released a holiday drink. I forget what it was called. It was sort of a winter cranberry or something like that, and this tastes kind of similar. It evokes, I think, those Christmas spices, yeah, I think we have a winner. It's they changed the game with cherry Coke when that released, and they were pushing that heavily. Weirdly enough, I haven't seen a whole lot of product placements or advertising or marketing or anything for this. I just found out about it randomly. I just saw an article, and it was yeah, Coke's getting this new flavor going. So, me, I gotta try it. So, all right. Well, now I'm gonna get into Hoardarian mode. I've got a few things I want to go through tonight. Let's start with, how about this Vinegar Syndrome has been sitting here for a while. I talk up Vinegar Syndrome. That's their packaging, in case you're curious. I talk them up every once in a while. They are dedicated, and they're dedicated to the preservation of films that would otherwise get forgotten about. I mean, we're talking really off the beaten path, mostly schlocky kind of films, but have their their right to exist. You know, I think the people that made them were pretty earnest and, you know, put their heart and soul and limited budgets into something, and often made something special. So I'm glad that Vinegar Syndrome exists. They actually have sub labels within Vinegar Syndrome that focus on different types of films. But yeah, so they had a sale recently, and I just went to town because I'm a sucker for, you know, deals and Vinegar Syndrome and crazy off the beaten path films. So let me get these out of the packaging here. All right, so we got Expect No Mercy. I mean, I love that cover. This is a suitably cheesy, like 90s action film starring Billy Blanks, who folks who grew up at the time may remember from, he got his start with Tybo. I think he was sort of the, I don't know if he invented it or he was like the spokesperson, but it was sort of a karate workout kind of thing, and ended up becoming like a pretty big action star. I mean, not along the lines of like Arnold Schwarzenegger or you know, Sylvester Stallone, but yeah, I mean, you know, in like the low budget realm, he did pretty decently. All right, I have no idea what this film is. It just Alien Private Eye. So, you know, looks pretty fresh. We'll see. It's the kind of movie that I think I would like to watch with like-minded individuals, so we could just make each other laugh and riff through the whole thing. Steel and Lace. This one is apparently sort of a spicy RoboCop kind of film. That's a really cool. I'm just noticing her little android brain there. So yeah, it's adding sort of sexiness into the mix. We'll see. This one here is called Madman. I've never seen this one. I am a fan of classic 80s horror type of movies. Excuse me, that Coke Spice is coming back. Yeah, so I don't know really much anything about it, but these films are going for about, you know, 10 to 15 bucks, and I was like, normally they go for, you know, 25, 30, or if not more when they first come out. So I just snatched them up. We'll figure it out later. Through the Fire. Again, I mean, this reminds me of, if I saw this in a video store, I'm sold. I see monster, you know, monster face there and guns, and it's just like, okay, yeah, color me intrigued. So yeah, this looks like the kind of movie that would have like some pretty good prosthetic work and, you know, creature effects, practical effects as they call it. Speaking of which, here was another one, Scared to Death. It was like a 70s sci-fi alien creature feature kind of thing. So I figured I'd give that a go. Auntie Lee's Meat Pies. Can, you know, derive that the meat pies are not bovine, just from that cover there. We've got The Laughing Dead, which already they're throwing some nudity in there. So really cool cover there. Oh man, that's pretty bonkers. So I don't know what the dead are laughing about, but I guess we'll see eventually. Talons of the Eagle, another Billy Blanks action fest. See them all oiled up there, ready for punching and kicking. All right. So in a similar vein, I recently found out about these guys. They're called Terror Vision Records and Video. They've got a spot in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. And I don't remember how I found out about. Oh yes, in my Bad Movie Club, one of the members actually made some films, and I asked him. I was like, where should I check these out? Where should I buy these? So he went. You know, he said go straight to the source, the distributor. So that's what I did, and I got some of his films, or at least one. That's right. Let's see. He did. This is the one I really wanted to see. It's called End of the Line. And apparently the concept is sort of I think religious zealots mashed up with like zombies and like being in a subway that's like broken down or something and trying to escape. So it sounded pretty interesting. Apparently, this was on a double bill with The Thing, and I was like, okay, color me intrigued. I mean, that's one of my all-time favorites as far as like sci-fi horror and creature effects and all that goes. So I went ahead and bought another one of his flicks. Just his name is Maurice Devereaux, by the way. And this one's called Slashers. Just a low budget. Looks like it's got some cool creature effects or prosthetics. Um, so yeah, we'll give it a go. I'll watch it and then I can talk straight to the director and give him some feedback. And I think that's pretty cool. I love to do that sort of thing. And let's see, we've got Linnea Quigley's horror workout. I didn't even know this existed, but apparently, I mean, this is a VHS cassette that, it did pretty well back in the day. Just, going after the craze of like aerobic videos, but then mashing it up with like sort of a horror overlay. So I don't know. So, it seemed fun. So in Linnea Quigley is like a scream queen. She's been in tons of like low budget horror movies. So one last thing I ordered from them was I have this WNUF Halloween special. I got actually straight from the director at a horror con called Mad Monster Party here in Charlotte. This is just a special edition sleeve or dust jacket or slip cover, as they call them. People love their slip covers, myself included. It seemed really cool and kitschy and classic fun, so figured I'd snag it while I was doing an order. And they include cool little extra stuff in here. Here's a TerraVision ghost. I don't know what that is exactly. Looks almost like a ghost is revealing like a weird psychotic eye or something. Little candy and one of these, mood fish things. So that's fun. All right. Let's go to, we got the movies. Oh wait, I think I may have had another movie order. No, I can't remember what this is. I think this was an eBay purchase. I often forget because, I like to sit on them for a while just so I have a hoard of boxes to open for these videos. It's just kind of fun to go through and, discover some of the surprises waiting therein. Oh, that's right. I remember, on eBay you can set it up so that, it'll let you know when stuff goes on sale. And I'd been looking for this because I had some of the movies in the series, and I love Elvira, and she got her start. She's one of the OGs, like doing the horror riff thing. And this is her movie Macabre collection. Nice metal coffin-shaped case. And so it's called suitably the Coffin Collection. And it's got a ton of her movies on there. Well, not her movies, but where she does the commentary in between. And you watch. It's like you're watching it with her, and she's lovely. She's got a great sense of humor, and she's just the queen of Halloween. What can I say? She's a legend. All right, let me go with one of these smaller boxes. This is from Limited Run. I've talked them up before. They're all about maintaining, keeping physical media alive, which I think that's a very fine mission. Don't get me wrong, digital's fine, it's convenient, but sometimes you want to be able to just kind of play your like a physical version of the game without having to log in, go online, and download patches and whatnot. So a while back, I ordered this for the Switch, kind of a throwback fantasy themed beat 'em up along the lines of like a Overhead Golden Axe, I would maybe compare it to. This here is Azure Striker Gunvolt 3, the collector's edition. Just looks totally badass. I have the first two, so had to go complete the set there. All right, two more, both from Limited Run. They've really been, they've got a lot of criticism for how long it takes them to ship things, but the way that they run things is that it's not, what you're ordering hasn't been made yet. So that's why it takes so long. Like, they give you sort of the mock-up of this is what you're getting, and they have a pretty good idea of that, and then it takes months. But they've gotten a lot better about trying to shorten the times. They've learned that, people have been, sharing their, just their ire with them, and they've been trying to make their customers happy and speed up their shipping time. So let's see what we got here. Oh, nice. Oh, they couldn't even give me a gold card. So I ordered, back in the day, a while ago, this game here, Steel Assault, which is a throwback, I haven't played it yet. I'll probably play it for the Retronathan stream, but it's a side-scrolling Metroidvania action platformer kind of game. So definitely my cup of tea. Here's the collector's edition. Game, enamel pin, acrylic standee, original soundtrack, art card set. So, pretty cool. In this similar vein, I got this guy here, Moonrider. I bought this one just kind of sight unseen. Well, not sight unseen. I saw like the photos. It looked like Contra Hardcore on the Sega Genesis. And I'm like, sign me up. Sort of a run and gun, futuristic sci-fi action kind of platformer type of game. And let's see, we've got, this is the collector's edition, done in the style of like a giant Sega Genesis cart. Love that. Very cool. So I'm not sure of the extras. Authentic retro game feeling. Let's see. Doesn't have it listed on here. And again, maybe eventually I'll get around to opening up some of the collector's editions. I'm just weird like that. I like to just display them. But that's why I buy like the regular edition as well. So I'll probably crack this open, or maybe I'll buy it digitally so I can play it. Collect how you want within your means. I think that's the way to go. Oh, and I forgot to show off. They sent this card. And I asked them to include like a protective case. So they did that. So very cool. All right. What else do we have? One last from Limited Run. Just looking for my... oh, there it is. All right. Let's see what we got in this hidden treasure box. Well, the box isn't hidden, but what's inside is... All right. All right. Let's see. So I had to order this one a while ago too. This is Valis. This is a classic series that didn't really get too big over here, but overseas I think it did pretty decent. I remember playing it. I had a TurboGrafx CD, and I think I had one of these. I can't remember which one, but it came out on the Super Nintendo, and maybe the Genesis had one as well. Just a basic side-scrolling action platformer, but I love the aesthetic of it. I love these type of games, and so I bought the collector's edition of that as well. Very cool cover. So it looks like it has like 4 games on there. Came with some cards. I ordered the cards. These little sets here. And this one here. So, and those are actually gold, so that's cool. A little gold seal on there. And they also included some other cards. Also got gold in there. Let's see. And they sent... So there's that. This one here. This one looks like a movie I remember from back in the day called Dirty Pair, which I think it was was it Project Eden? I can't remember. And it was so much fun. It kind of had different genres of movies like that it was paying homage to, and it was a lot of fun. Then you got this. This is Carry On. Not like Carry On Bag, but like the, what vultures eat, roadkill, essentially. And the reason they included that card is because I have this collector's edition of Carry On, or Carrion, however you say it. It's like a ginormous, like VHS clamshell kind of case. Pretty damn cool. Because, it's basically sort of like playing an 80s horror movie where like this multi-tentacled thing, creature, organism from, maybe it's an alien, I don't know, breaches this facility, and of course everything goes haywire, but it's like creeping around in like the air ducts, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and so anyways, that's another one I need to play. Seems like a lot of fun. But all right, well, I think that about does it for the unboxing and the tasting, or yeah, I think that covers it. So if you join me tonight, thanks for popping in. And of course, I'll upload where you can see some of my other videos as either Retronathan or Kollector, the Hoardarian / Tastarian. I did the one chip challenge several months ago. That was fun. Anyway, so check us out under the Geeks Like Us umbrella for now, until that maybe changes. It may be subsumed under Health Quest. But Ryan Kelly and Megan Connell, the co-owners of Geeks Like Us in the practice, they'll figure that out, and once I know something about that, I'll let you guys know. So again, thank you, and as I like to say, stay geeky, keep it geeky, and see you at the next one.